Alrighty guys, happy Saturday. It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all having a great day so far and are ready to break down some stocks. We have to go over Sofi, go over what happened yesterday, and we'll break down some other stocks, the indices, which overall, guys, look, we had a phenomenal day on Friday yesterday. Green across the board, so we have a lot to cover. But first, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe. If you guys want, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, the Discord breakdowns, right? The chart breakdowns on Discord, rather. And we have a chat there. We talk every single day throughout the week, right? Link down below. Also pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And now, let's dive into it. So look, yesterday we had a phenomenal day in the market across the board. The Russell went up 0.6%. QQQ 0.8%, Dow 0.6%, and we had the, what are we missing? S&P, 0.5% up, so we were up well over 0.5% across the board pretty much, and SoFi ended up going up to almost $30 a share, closing up over 4%, and you guys can see here, we officially now, I think, have had 4 or 5 green days in a row, and now we're breaking through some critical levels that obviously we're going to cover here in this video. So it's pretty clear, guys, that we made higher highs pretty much every day last week, including Friday. So that's a good sign. And on the 30-minute chart, you guys can see, the cup and handle that we were talking about is now playing out. The ascending triangle we also drew out here is now playing out. We're breaking through 28.50, 28.75. That's a very good sign. We're now at multi-week highs on SoFi. The bulls are gaining an edge every single day, it seems like. You guys can see here. So this is, very bullish. Very good news on the charts heading into next week. And here on the 1 hour, everything's bullish here, guys. Golden cross. Again, the cup and handle we called out is playing out. The ascending triangle is playing out. We also have an inverse head and shoulders here. However you slice it and dice it, we're looking really bullish. And if you guys pull up the 4-hour chart, you'll see this sideways channel that we were talking about that SoFi's been in. It's been trading sideways pretty much since the early middle of September. So we're still in that channel, obviously. We're trading between 25, 50 as support, right? And the resistance is about $32, $33 a share. And clearly now that we're seeing, again, all the signs on the smaller time frames, ascending triangle playing out, inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle breakout, golden cross, we're seeing all that on the smaller time frames, and you're looking at it here on the 4-hour chart, and you're seeing it as well. We're breaking through these moving averages, and now you can really make a case on the charts. SoFi's going well over $30 again. I think it's going back to 32.75, which is where, the all-time high is. I think that is where we're headed, and the market looks great. Like I said, charts are pointing to it, guys, and as long as the overall stock market doesn't crap the bed, as long as that momentum continues, I see SoFi hitting all-time highs here sooner rather than later. You guys can see SPY is starting to break out. We've called this out in previous videos. You're not surprised. You can see here the channel that we had drawn out. We were in that for a good almost month, pretty much, but now we're breaking out. Isn't it crazy? We called out a couple weeks ago how the market arguably had the Santa Claus rally a little too early. It had a big month of September, big month of October, and we saw a big, not even a big sell-off, but we got the November drawdown, which arguably we were supposed to get in September, October, and now it's starting to break out again. Isn't that crazy, right? This is why you guys got to hold on and not panic sell, especially if you're a long-term investor. If you're a long-term investor, guys, and you're panic selling on drawdowns in the S&P, you got to stop doing that. Because, look, when in doubt, zoom out. It was just a little drawdown. And I'm not saying the bottom's in for sure or we're not going to drop anymore. But my goodness, guys, we were downtrending for a month. People were freaking out, and now we're starting to break through. We're back over the channel here. We're above the moving averages. Guys, this looks as bullish as it can be heading into December. And who knows, maybe we get another big Santa Claus rally. Again, people were saying, oh, we got an early Santa Claus rally September, October. But now that we had a big drawdown in November, or a decent drawdown in November, and we're confirming the breakout heading into December, we might be getting another one, guys. We might be getting an actual Santa Claus rally in the month of December, which it looks like we're setting up for that. And it comes down to rate cuts, obviously. Will we get a cut early December? That's the million-dollar question. The market's 50-50 on it. If we get the cut, I think we're going to rip in December, guys. And again, the charts are already pointing to it. QQQ, same thing as SPY. QQQ is starting to push through these moving averages, breaking through the channel on the 4-hour chart. It looks great. So yeah, we're bullish across the board here, guys. Sofi looks great. The indices look great. And a lot of stocks ended up going nuts on Friday, and a lot of them. Circle Internet Group had a big bounce back. You guys can see CRCL is the ticker. It went up 10% on the day, trading now just under $80 a share, which you guys know I just started buying Circle Internet Group, funny enough, about a week or two ago. Yeah, actually about 2 weeks ago now. Not yesterday, Friday, but 2 weeks ago, 2 Fridays ago, rather, from yesterday, I started buying, and I'm up. I'm up because I initiated my position at 81-ish. I nibbled a very small amount, and I bought more in the 70s, right? And now my average cost is like 76 or 7, and we're back to $80 a share. So Circle, by no means is it fully breaking out, but it's a very beaten up stock. Lockup period's expiring. I think it's a decent time to add. It's one of those that I think, man, when Bitcoin, crypto bounces back, and that's not the main thing here, but once that happens, Circle's going to go over $100 a share, in my opinion. And longer term, I think it's going back to 200 plus. I think stable coins are going to be a big part of the future here in finance, fintech, and Circle literally created, co-founded, what the heck's it called? I'm blanking now. USDC, yeah, it literally co-founded that with Coinbase in 2018, and I think Circle, it's actually at $81 as of the aftermarket Friday. It went up even more. I think it's a good deal here, good growth company. So that went up 10%. I bought more recently, guys. I think earlier this past week I added more Circle. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. I'm looking to add more if it goes back to the 60s, no doubt. If it does, hey, I'll be buying more. What else did well? Obviously, DeFi Technologies, we covered that one. This one had a nice 10% green day on Friday. Now it's at literally a massive level of resistance here on the 4-hour chart. If you guys take a look, we're right at the trend line, right at this 180 SMA resistance. Big spot for DeFi Technologies, guys. Look, we're up a massive amount off the lows, right? I think we hit 91 cents. Now we're at $1.60, so we're up 70%. But we're not breaking out fully yet. But I think we're going to be changing that quite soon here. So we'll see what we do here at this trend line, guys. Very big spot for DeFi. What else did well on Friday? A bunch of these stocks crushed it, guys. Rivian, Intel, you name it, which I have a video coming out on Intel pretty soon here. We got some news regarding Apple, which sent Intel up over 10% on Friday. You can see it right here, guys, breaking back through these moving averages for Intel. And Rivian looks pretty good as well, very good. We have a cup and handle on Rivian about to play out. This thing hit $18 after earnings. It went from 12 to 18, saw the drawdown, held a higher low at 14, $15. Now we're starting to rip back up. So I really like it. I really like the way Rivian's looking on the charts, gaining momentum. I think if we break through 17 a share, I think we're going higher personally. Maybe back over 20. Maybe back over 20 is where we're going. So what do you guys think about Rivian, Sofi, all these stocks, Circle? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe and join the Patreon. Guys, look, if you want to see how I build a real money portfolio, It's all on Patreon. Literally, I'm buying stocks multiple times a week. We're investing thousands of dollars a week. No, not a week. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, literally this month, honestly, it might have been thousands a week. Considering we drew down the entire month. I think I, no joke, deposited close to 10 grand. It might be 10 grand. I know that sounds nuts, but I'm pretty sure I put in 10 grand into this portfolio this month. Really taking advantage of these dips, guys. And usually we're doing 750 a week, but with how the market tanked this month and a lot of the individual stocks in there drew down, saw pullbacks, I put in a bunch of money, man. And if you want to be a part of that, see how I'm investing, how I'm building a real portfolio, not like $50 a week. We're talking thousands of dollars a month, right? It's all on Patreon. There's a Discord, all that. And it's what, $10 a month, $20 a month, depending on, what tier you pick. It's a no-brainer, guys. Check it out. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stasserfest.com/Patreon. I'll see you on the inside. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you guys later.